Hello everybody and welcome to our next episode of the Lockdown Business Lowdown. So today I will be talking to the fabulous Gemma. Gemma is an entrepreneur. She has a variety of different businesses. We have very similar backgrounds and Gemma is also one of my bestest friends. So I'm really excited to have her on here to tell you all about her businesses, all about lockdown and what's going on right now. So Gem, do you want to just introduce yourself? Let us know what you do, what you're all about.
Sure. So thanks for having me and interviewing me on here on your new YouTube channel. I have a few businesses. So the first main one that I do is called Gem Media Marketing. So this is a boutique marketing consultancy designed to help small to medium businesses get heard through digital platforms. Then I was marketing a tanning salon. So I then went into partnership and then opened a tanning salon. So the tanning salon is now solely mine, and we now offer hair, beauty, nails. So it's a full beauty salon, if you like. And my other business is events, which it's kind of not as important as the other two at the moment, and I'm not looking to sort of grow that. That's just sort of if anyone needs event services, then I would assist, but it's not something that I'm really looking to explore further.
Amazing. And so I know you do a bit of everything, like as you just said, you've explained all the different businesses that you've got right now. Let's just go through them one by one. So like the marketing side of things, how have you found this whole scenario in terms of your marketing business and your clients? Like, has there been more of a demand, less of a demand, you know, with everything that's happening?
So initially, the client base that I have who are on recurring contracts, they actually paused my services. So it was really quite scary because the whole business closed down within a night, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. I didn't know if it would continue. But then as we got into about week 4 of lockdown and people and business owners started to realise actually this is a prime time to keep in contact with my customers, I need marketing right now. So it's actually, they've all come back, all the clients that I had, and I've actually gained 3 new ones. So it's been, it's been good, but initially I was scared where it was going to go.
Yeah, I think initially everyone was just like in panic mode, weren't they? Like nobody knew. Like we didn't know what to do. Clients don't know what to do. Like it's just one of those things where people, it's just hit and miss, isn't it? You just see what happens down the line kind of thing.
And I think people didn't know what message to communicate. So I think that was a lot of the problem, because obviously marketing is when you have a message to give out, and people didn't want to come across insensitive because of the virus and how many people were dying. They didn't want to put out something that was insensitive where they were trying to sell. But I was trying to say, well, we need to connect, if anything, with our audience so that they come back after this.
Yeah, totally. And I also don't think, like, there's no reason to feel guilty about being successful just because, not just because, but because there's a global pandemic going on. Like, you know, you wouldn't look at, you know, they've got that new Disney Plus on Sky. People aren't going to go, how dare Disney Plus do that? How dare people are making money so that our kids can watch Disney films during this time? Like, Sky is still making money, the internet, everything. Like, you shouldn't have to feel guilty about being successful during this time. Everyone would be happy to be successful if they could.
Exactly. And I did read something really valuable at the beginning of all of this, and it said, you know, if you go out there and you spend money supporting businesses, it's like the universe will bring money back around your way. Yeah. So I think everyone just wanted to save money and just not do anything because they were scared. And then actually, if you go out there and support other businesses, it will be as normal, but it's just a different direction that you have to take.
Yeah, totally. So what advice would you give people, you know, people who are maybe small businesses, new businesses, like the people that are your clients? What would you, if someone's watching this and they've decided to stop all marketing services right now because of maybe they want to save money or, you know, whatever the reason, what advice would you give them?
I would say do a strategy for the next 3 months. I know it's uncertain and I know we're unsure how it's going to pan out for our business right now. But if you do a 3-month strategy based on how it is right now, then you can reevaluate what message you have to go out. So if you are offering a product or a service, tailor it for something that will fit your customer right now in this situation, and then market that, as opposed to marketing something ready for when you're reopen. Because right now you should be thinking, how can I make money now and how can I help my customers now? So you should tailor it around that. And then also think about how you're going to reopen and what sort of message you'll have then. So you should have 2 strategies right now, one for how your customers feel now and one for when you'll reopen and things might be back to normal or social distancing.
Yeah, amazing. It's like when we had this chat before and you were like, it's like doing a relaunch. That's how you kind of have to think of it. Yeah, I think that's so good. Like literally start, almost the opportunity to kind of start again, you know. It is.
We've all had a lot of time to sit back and look at our business, even like things from finances, and we can reevaluate how the business is performing, what directions we need to take, what directions we need to change. I think a lot has changed, and I think the world is changing, and so should our business. It's only right that we think about new ways to go with it. I think having the time as well to, you know, look at things in a new light, in a new perspective, we can come up with so many new ideas and we can get really creative. And I know that you've already done so many new things, as have I, and it's amazing that we can do that in a global pandemic, really.
Yeah, definitely just take advantage of this time, like 100%.
Definitely.
Amazing. So obviously I know the services that you do, and I know you offer, you know, social media and branding and all sorts of different things. So for anybody who maybe is watching this who might be wanting to use you, do you want to just give an overview of exactly what you can offer?
Sure. So I do web design, I do email marketing, so I can communicate with your database on a weekly, fortnightly, monthly basis. I do paid advertising, so I can do Google SEO, Facebook, Instagram advertising. I do social media marketing or just coaching and training. And I do graphic design. I do automation. Marketing automation, so creating new sales funnels of traffic through to your website so that you can collect data or make lead generation, that sort of thing.
Yeah, amazing. And you've got the event stuff as well, so if people want to, when they relaunch when they're back in the game, you can cover that as well.
Definitely. But I mean, there's so much potential to do events online at the moment, so all the Zoom things and webinars, and you know, you can just take your event online. You don't really need to do it physically. Although it's nice to have that face-to-face connection, you can still do it online. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, cool. So that's the marketing side of things. So should we talk about the salon?
Yeah.
So what was your first initial thoughts when you found out that you had to close your salon doors? What went through your head?
So I closed the door and I just burst into tears in my car. It was so sad. It was so sad because that salon is 2 years old and it's not hugely profitable. It's a real struggle. It's such a competitive industry. I'm in quite a difficult location where there's no footfall. So it's a hard business to run, but it's just getting there. And I really truly felt that this spring, it was, because March and April are my busiest months and they sort of like triple the amount I would take on another month. So I was really hoping that this March and April was just going to take off. And then this happened and I just cried and I thought, I'm not going to be able to reopen because I don't have the money to fund it for however long that this will last. And I've got staff, and obviously I don't have money to pay them. I don't have money to pay the bills. I was just in a real predicament, and I just rang my mum and we went for a walk, and she was like, you know, you're a business owner and business owners always adapt to things fast. You know, that's the nature of your personality, because every day you face challenges where you have to make decisions, and this isn't one that's in your control. That's why you feel slightly different, but everything is going to work out, and you just have to really remain optimistic. So I just, with no marketing clients and my salon shop, I kind of felt like I'd lost my identity as well, because all I do is work, and I just didn't know what to do with my time. So I found myself thinking, you know what, I'll start things at home, I'll get creative at home, and I bought loads of like home interior stuff and completely redecorated my living room, but that didn't last long.
That took like one afternoon.
And it's surprising what you can achieve in a day. Like, it does go really quick. We started in the garden, and
yeah. Oh my gosh, it must have been such a scare. I think as well, like, you know, your marketing stuff is kind of one thing, but that's something which you are, you know, you're used to working, you know, here, there and everywhere. You don't have an actual venue. Like, it's so different when you've got an actual premises when it comes to business and staff. So how have you found that whole situation, like with your staff and obviously just in general?
With the staff, obviously, you feel like reliant on their lifestyle. So I was just more worried that anything than that they could afford to live in these circumstances, because obviously the funding that they get from work is no longer there, because I couldn't afford to furlough. And furlough wasn't even an option at this stage. This was it's shut and we're not operating. And, you know, it's so good what the government have done business support wise, but before any of that was announced, I just had to do what I had to put myself first, actually, which was it's tough, it's challenging. You want to, obviously you have to put yourself first in life anyway, but it is a bit different when you've got people that you pay, you know.
Definitely. I think as well, at least there is kind of, as awful as it is, there is some comfort in knowing that it's happening everywhere. Like, it's not just you, it's not just your salon, it's not just your staff, it's like, you know, so many people are going through it. So
in terms of working from there, I've actually enjoyed being at home, because I've been sat there for 2 years. It's been nice to be at home, where I've been able to, you know, do some housework and then do some work and just divide up my personal and work life. It's been quite nice.
And you've been like really getting into like your health and your fitness and stuff as well, haven't you? Which you had time for it before, but not as much as obviously you're doing now.
No, it's more structured because of the opening hours. So now I can just, you know, chill out, have a coffee and do a little yoga if I want to.
Love it. Bit of meditating.
All of that. I feel really healthy though. I feel like healthy is so felt in ages. It's great.
Good. There's so many benefits that can come from this. Like, as awful as it is, there are so many benefits that can come from it. You just have to choose to look at it from that angle.
Absolutely.
So with the salon, so obviously you've got your tanning beds, you've got your nails, hair, eyebrows. I know that you've come up with some creative ideas of what you're doing whilst it's closed. Do you want to kind of share what you're up to at the moment?
Sure. So obviously I cannot open. I can't offer anything. And so I thought, what can I do to benefit my customers right now? Because I was getting messages like, my eyebrows are going back to like blonde, and it looks like I've got no eyebrows, or you know, my hair extensions are coming out. And I was thinking, there's not really much I can do with that, because even if I offered it, like, you know, clip-in hair extensions or the dye, they still need me to apply it and do it. So and then everyone was going mad for sunbeds. Like, I knew that tanning was a thing, hence why I opened the salon. They love a sunbed, and you know, a lot of the time people come for a sunbed when they feel low in their esteem, or it's not been sunny outside, they need some vitamin D, or they just need a top up in their well-being. And obviously this pandemic has made so many people feel a bit rubbish, a bit negative, and they wanted to tan, so the demand was there even more than usual. And I thought, oh my god, I really have to get my hands on some domestic ones where they can tan from home. And trying to find them online was near impossible, because a lot of people had obviously bought them, or I don't know what the circumstance was, but usually they're available online. well, anyway, I managed to get some. I got 3, and I just launched it one day, and within the 24 hours I had like 50 something inquiries. People were saying, how much are they to sell, like, can you sell me one?
Yeah. Oh my god,
mental. But they're booked out now until June, so there's a lie down one and a stand up one. So the 2 lie downs they can have for a month, and the stand up one they can have for 2 weeks. So it helps with people who might not have as much to pay for the month, but they can still have the smaller one. So it worked out quite well. And the people that have them have messaged me like, I really loved my happy rays.
Aww.
It's so nice that I'm able to help them in this time, like, feel a bit better about themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like, you know, so many people just think of sunbeds as, oh, it's just for tanning, don't do that, you don't need to do that kind of thing. But I'm totally with you, and you know, I use sunbeds. I miss them so much right now. Like, I use them for a variety of reasons, but a big reason, obviously it makes you nice and brown, but to make you feel good, like you said. Like, getting on a sunbed, when you come off of it, you have that instant like adrenaline, like, oh, I feel great. It's like you've been for a run, or like, you know, that kind of feeling. It just makes you feel good. I can totally see why people are like craving that. Like, you get it from when you walk outside. Like, if it's sunny, you come back and I feel so much better.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing. Amazing. So what are your thoughts on, obviously, reopening? I know obviously you want to open as soon as possible. We spoke about this briefly this morning when we had another chat. What are your thoughts on how you're going to make things work when you reopen, if you're able to open sooner rather than later? Because obviously there'll be things in place and you'll have to abide by certain rules and stuff. Like, how do you see it kind of moving forward when you open?
So with the marketing, obviously that's restarted back up now. That will be fine because I just do it all online anyway. I won't be doing face-to-face meetings for a long time. I mean, until lockdown has completely lifted, I don't think I'm going to carry on meeting people for coffee or whatever, because I can do it all online. So it's silly to put yourself at unnecessary risk. So that would be fine. The tanning side, I have a reception desk there, and usually customers come in and we just have a chat, and I know my clients quite well, but what I'm going to have to do is put a restriction in place with a yellow tape 2 meters in front of the desk, so that they're not standing there over me. I'm also looking at getting some acrylic screens so that it just covers my face, and I think it's, what's it called, anti, like, any like germs from the mouth or whatever goes on the screen. Anti-droplet screen, that's it.
Oh, that sounds very professional.
It does, doesn't it? So one of those. And what else is there? I've put hand sanitizers on the desk, so when they come in they do that before they even enter anything. When they get into the cubicle, I've always got sanitizer and wipes there anyway, but what we'll do is I will do it before they get on, and then when they get on they will do it before as well, and then when they get off they'll wipe it, and then I will wipe it. So it's been done twice,
just doubling up.
Exactly. And because I've got really good solution, and what I don't want is everyone to think that they need to use loads when actually it's just going to smear. It's not going to pick it up. So that's why I've thought about doing the doubling up. And what else? If I'm doing appointment only, so only one person one time in the shop. And yeah, that's it really. So that's all I can do. It's quite good that it's open space, so there's not really any reason why we need to be closer than 2 meters.
Everything's quite spread out anyway, isn't it? Like, the beds are like all kind of around the edge, aren't they? It's not like all built up to each other. I
think it'll be fine in there really. And it's actually opened my eyes to operating differently anyway, because with the 2 meter, with the appointment only, they can come in at a time that suits them, and I can sort of schedule everyone in at similar times. so then I don't have to sit there for 9 hours a day, and I think that will make the business run much more effectively, because I won't be wasting money, I won't be wasting time, and I can just keep it at appointment only.
Yeah, amazing. That sounds like a good idea. Hopefully sooner rather than later, obviously with all being safe, of course, but I'm sure you can't wait to get those doors open again.
Yeah, I can't. It's just worrying, because you don't know like how you're going to pay your bills for much longer.
I know. Well, that's it, isn't it? Everyone's thinking that. They're like, okay, this is okay for now. Like, I'm dealing with it now, but how long am I going to be able to do this for?
Exactly.
So do you have any kind of advice or just any words of wisdom that you want to share with people, either people who are maybe in a similar position to you, you know, who have either one or multiple businesses, whether that's marketing or salon related, or potential clients of yours, like just anything you want to say, you know, in terms of this situation?
I would say, which I've noticed a lot, is a lot of businesses have gone quiet. And I just think that is not the way to handle it, because you're not connecting with anyone, you're not potentially selling anything, you're not engaging with anyone, and your algorithms are just going to go really down on social media. I just think if you haven't got anything to really say, then show past work, like pictures of work you've done, you've created, your plans for the future, how you're going to, you know, innovate yourself, what precautions you're taking for coronavirus, all of these things. There's so much to say. And I just think a lot of people have gone quiet. And even if you share things what you're doing at home with your family, that's still great. You know, you still be out there on your social media.
Yeah, totally. It's just about remaining with that connection, isn't it? Just keeping that connection with people.
I don't really think I've got anything else other than use this time to create. If you can't create, then write notes and journal what you plan to do, because it's you're never going to get this time back to sit there and think about your life. Your life, basically.
Just life in general.
I mean, we're always so rushed off our feet. We never get the time to sort of sit back and think, oh, I want to do that, I want to do that. And
use it wisely.
Wow, I mean, I've been able to research a lot, and I never get the time to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you're definitely using your time wisely, I know that's for sure.
Oh, so are you.
Oh, thanks. So before we finish up, where can people find you? Give us all your socials. I'll post the links as well under here as well.
Thank you very much. So I'm on Instagram at Gem, GEM Media _marketing. I'm also on Facebook as Gem Media, and I'm on Twitter, Gem Media.
Perfect. And Tanning Salon as well?
Tanning Salon is at Tanning Salon MK, and on Facebook it's at Tanning Salon Bletchley.
Fabulous. Well, I will post everything underneath so everyone can get access to that. Thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat today.
Okay. Thank you for interviewing me.
You are welcome. It's been very useful, and I'm sure lots of people will find it very beneficial. So thank you so much.
Okay.
And thank you everyone for watching. If you have liked this video and enjoyed it, please put a like, click like underneath, and write any comments that you've got, any questions that you might have also for Gemma. You know, Gemma will get those questions so she can come back to you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you very soon.